Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cyrus effect. Since this is the first episode, I think I would talk about something that actually kind of happened to me today. I was at work, just going into the break room. It was my psychiatric director, the head psychiatrist of inpatient psych, and our main number one boss lady social worker, and they were in report of some kind discussing a patient. Now I was just going in there to get a cup of coffee. I was actually on my way to relieve a coworker and start a separate group, and my psychiatric director, who is my direct boss, who I report to directly, she stops and she says, "Hey, question." And I go, "Okay, what's up?" And she says, "What do you tell someone, say they have a alcohol problem and they don't know how to stop, and you want to change their thinking or just kind of get it home to them on how they should stop?" And immediately, what came to mind was something that I often talk about with patients in a one-on-one setting and in a group setting, as a matter of fact. I use this example often. I said, first off, you ever see one of those movies, action movies, thrillers, where the hero and the bad guy or the monster or whatever the adversary is they're fighting on the edge of the mountain cliff or the bridge, whatever the case may be. And if one of them falls off, you all know it's certain death, and somewhere in the battle, the good guy gets pushed over the ledge, the dramatic music, and the camera pans over the edge, and what do you typically see in that moment? The good guy hanging on for his dear life, right? What I always tell patients is, one of the worst things that can happen to a human being is they get pushed over the ledge, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be. They go over the ledge, they get pushed, whether it's by their own fault, they slip, they fall, or they're pushed, but they go over the ledge. In that moment, that's a desperate moment. Everyone knows what happens at the end, as I said before. That person, that good guy per se, or person, grabbed hold to what was ever available. In many instances in those movies, they'll grab onto the rocky ledge or to the, under supports of the bridge or whatever. A lot of times you'll see, if it's a really good movie, they'll grab hold to the actual thing that's actually doing harm to them. They'll grab hold to the bad guy themselves, or the monster's foot, or the burning helicopter, and it's excruciating, but they hold on. One of the worst things that could happen to a person is they fall over the ledge, and in that moment of desperation, they reach up, and what they grab hold to is alcohol, other substances, anger, isolation, avoidance, some of these negative traits and characteristics and responses that us as human beings tend to have on our worst of moments, and we grab hold of that, and the worst thing that happens is it holds. That drink keeps them safe, and some of us has been there. Bad day, get into an argument, a fight, rough day at the office, what I'm saying, you've had some disappointments in somebody or yourself to go, let's go have a drink, we'll go drink, we'll go have a smoke, we'll go get high, whatever, and you do that, and it works. You get through the night, you get through the moment, you get through the day. What do you think happens the next time a person gets pushed over the ledge? Exactly, you're gonna grab for what that holds. It's going to be that alcohol, that bad habit, that that anger, that lashing out. You're going to grab a hold of that because you know it holds. You know it's bad for you. It's a little bit of part of your mind that you know this isn't what is best for you, but you know it will hold you. It will keep you from falling. One of the hardest things to do for a human being as a counselor is to get them to say, when they're falling over that ledge and they're holding on to that thing that keeps them safe, is to get them to let go and to grab hold to this thing over here. Whatever it may be. You can say hope, inspiration, seeking support, taking time for yourself, self-care, all of those things that, the good attributes that you want to display in a desperate moment, in a moment of distress. That person's like, I'm not letting go. Like, first of all, I don't even know if that other thing's gonna hold me. And more importantly, if I let go and I don't grab in time, I might miss and fall. And I'm terrified of falling. Sometimes what you hold on to that's keeping you safe, you gotta let go. And you gotta grab hold of something else. There's no guarantee that will hold. It was no more of a guarantee that the alcohol or the anger would hold when you grabbed for it the first time, but you did, and it happened. But you gotta take the time, or you gotta take the chance, the risk of grabbing hold to something else. Let go some of these bad, out of character things that we tend to reach for in these desperate moments, these desperate times in our lives. It's scary, we know. It might not hold. You might fall. But you don't know. You might grab hold and it's a stronger support than you ever thought it could be. It might not even hurt to grab it. It might even be comforting. Who knows? What we do know is that what you're holding on to now hurts. It's not good. Reach for something else, people. That's the Cyrus effect.